Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever in the world you are. You are tuned into another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly. Does it ever stop? We just have so much going on. Classic Tetris Monthly. It's like always going on. I mean, there's just something always happening. And this time, it is a very special treat. It is the finale of the August 2024 DAS Masters Tournament. This is the highest level monthly DAS tournament in the world. And we've got some amazing players playing for you today. And if I knew how to work the computer, I would show you who it is. Okay, here they are. Yes. It's going to be Giovanni Ostuni, the Italian, against Dog playing Tetris, the American. Giovanni was in the semifinals last month, the first ever DAS Masters tournament, and lost to Zafagnanetu. So, looking to make a run here, looking to get to the finals. But we'll have to get through Dog playing Tetris, the two-time Classic Tetris World Championship world champion and a multi-time CTM Masters event winner. And Dog has made it here to the semifinals of DAS Masters. Now, last month, his brother won this tournament. So, looking to make it two Artiagas in a row. We'll see how it goes. And our second match will be TRISTOP. TRISTOP coming off regional tournament wins, including Montreal and Philadelphia. And of course, a couple months ago, an amazingly deep and exciting run in the Classic Tetris World Championship. And TRISTOP will be taking on PKRIC. All right, anyway, no, I'm kidding. PKRIC, of course, really, really good DAS player. In fact, this is what I heard, just got his first 1.2 million today with DAS. Is that true? If that's true, congratulations to PKRIC. If it's not true, then I'm never trusting chat again. So anyway, it's going to be Giovanni versus Dog, TRISTOP versus PKRIC. The winner of those two matches will meet in the finals, and the winner of the finals will be the winner of the finals, which is pretty darn exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this all underway. But first, it is time to tell you what this tournament is and is not. What it is a 16-player single elimination tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game mechanics are unmodified. And, of course, there should be no weird statistics or anything else other than what we want you to have on the screen. Players can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons and no turbo functions, whether mechanical, electronical, or biological. So no biological turbo. Really, the way to move pieces around, well, it's a DAS tournament, right? So press and hold. That's the way it goes. Players should not receive any real-time advice and do not pause unless the commentator, me, tells you. Level 18 starts all the way through DAS Masters. We will use the same piece sets for each and every game, re-rolled in between each game. Players should make sure to have their hertz and input displays displayed using those features in Tetris Gym. Players should make sure to heed the spirit of DAS. Yes, the spirit of DAS means actually play DAS. It is not to mimic DAS. It's not to play tapping, but within the movement limits of DAS. No, it is to actually play DAS. I don't care how you hold the controller. You can do a quick tap. You can, slow tap a piece once in a while in an emergency, but you should be reestablishing DAS pretty darn quickly. Best of 5 throughout, and the winner gets absolutely something. And that is a share in a prize pool, which currently and finally stands at $888.88. We are freezing the DAS prize pool at certain points during our trial phase. During a trial phase, we don't want, a lot of thousands of dollars to be hinging on some controversial ruling or whatnot. So we want there to be some stakes, but relatively small stakes. And first place will get 50% of that prize pool. Second will get 30%. Third and fourth, each 10%. So everybody right now in the semis is guaranteed at least $88.88. So pretty darn good. And what else do I have to tell you? Yeah, we also want to thank people who make Classic Tetris Monthly possible. This tournament does not exist without the support of everybody on all the various platforms. And one of those is Patreon. So go to patreon.com/monthlytetris if you want to support us on a regular monthly way. Want to thank, who do we want to thank? We want to thank our Mega Masters level contributors, supporters, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris. Want to thank our Masters level supporters, Corporal 381 and Shall Be Sedated. Bracket sponsor level Cat Hit 91, Jay in the Window, and Tacnerus. And we do have a new bracket sponsor, which we'll add as soon as it turns to September. And also want to thank our sticker and double sticker club level members and our community level members as well. If you want to provide us ongoing monthly support, do so at patreon.com/monthly Tetris. This whole thing does not exist without you. So, you know, do your part. You can also use super chats on YouTube, super stickers, and all this other stuff. You can also subscribe on Twitch. And you can also use bits on Twitch. And remember, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you do get a Twitch Prime subscription to apply to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis. Use it or lose it, so don't lose it. You don't have to use us, do it for us every month, but you know, keep us in the mix. All right, keep us in the rotation. Sage, thank you for the tier 1 sub, 21 months, 7 minutes ago. Thank you very, very, very much. And I don't know. I think I'm just about ready to get this started. So let's see if we've got players and I can adjust the whole thing and we can start getting ready. Be really good if we had all of our players here. That would be wonderful. Oh, look at that. We have our players here. All right, so just give me a moment. Joseph Animates finally stream not in the middle of the night. Well, glad we could oblige. We will set up our... Dog, is it possible for you to aim the controller a little? You have a ton of space above your head and we can't see your hands. Is it possible to reduce some of that head space right now? We got a ton. That should be good right there. That's fine. That's perfectly good. Okay, perfect. You don't have to have your hands fully in view all the time. It's fine. Just when there's a lot of head space, it's just kind of bleh. Okay. Let me go ahead and set this up. Should just be another moment, and then we can get started. Good enough for government work. Joseph Animate says, finally a stream not in the middle of the night. Jungle Cook says, I always have a strong stream middle of the night. Oh my God, Jungle Cook. Too much information. Dog, make sure you put on your Hertz display if you can. You still have your piece counter. Thank you very much. And stencils are good enough. Well, let me fix one of them. This is gonna bug me. It's always when there's that little amount of those bricks at the bottom. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and give the players their pieces so we can start doing this. Pieces are gonna be B4EEAF. If there's a moderator in chat who wants to pin those seeds for me, that would help out a lot. I'll do the first one. course, I'm going to ruin my ability to fix, unless I book it. I guess there's really... That's not so bad. Yeah, we can do C5. You want to do D6? You want to do D6? Yeah, D6. Do D6. Oh, you guys. Sorry, the yeah, the stream went away for a moment. We should be good. I misclicked and I hit the stop streaming button. So, that's stupid. All right, D6 EEAF is what we are doing. D6 EEAF. Oh yeah, I forgot about that emote. Jonas is a toddler. That's funny. All right, Gio, as soon as you're ready, we can use D6 EEAF. D6 EEAF is what we are using. Unable to pin. Something wrong. It won't let me do it. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Barrett. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that. It was weird. All right. GIOVANNI. Earth to Geo. Is this thing on? All right, Gio's just getting some last minute Instagramming in. Oh, he's trying to get the stream back up. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sorry. That makes sense. Yeah, I just misclicked on the stupid thing. Hold on, let me fix why that happened. Left 2/3, right 1/3. Okay. Do we still have YouTube? Is YouTube still going? I mean, there's no link except just to go to the channel. We should be live. I don't know. Oh my God, Vandy. All right, YouTube still going? Good. Oh, that's weird. It says we're not streaming. Why does it say we're not streaming? Are we good? Are we not streaming? On Twitch? Can you hear us on Twitch? If you can hear, stream is up. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Like when I go to it, it's not coming up. I don't know why. Let me go to a different browser here. Am I not following myself? Oh, what? Okay. No. What the heck? Some of you are seeing it. I'm not seeing it. No, I mean, I used an entirely different browser instance. And I should be... But I'm not seeing it. Okay, you're back. Okay. Yeah, that was weird. Oh, I'm getting ads. It's D6, Geo. All right. Looks like we are ready. We've got Giovanni and Dog playing Tetris. And it says round one. It is not round one. It's a semifinals of the Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters event. Let's get these players going. Let me remove the little, no, not that. Remove the seed checker. There it is. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Let's get them counted down. We'll talk about these players in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Giovanni, the Italian, the #1 seed in our qualifying for this tournament, was a semi-finalist last month after, I think, also, well, was the #2 seed. So back-to-back pretty darn high seeds in the qualifying, made it to the semifinals last month and ended up going out to Zafanya Nenu, who and also ended up going out to Pixel Andy. So Pixel Andy last month with a crucial tournament win, I think, for Andy. Was good for him to win that one after so many disappointments in DAS-related events. But Giovanni now, I'm going to try to go ahead and take one down, but we'll have to get through Dog playing Tetris, the 2-time Classic Tetris World Championship world champion, winner in both online years, 2020 and 2021, arguably the toughest CTWC fields ever since they were online, and pretty much everyone in the world who wanted to play could play. 96,000 for Dog, 139 for Giovanni. As we get underway, of course, Dog, a many multi-time CTM Masters event winner. I think Dog is up to 8 now, if you include, you know, as I do, all the Mega Masters and Lone Stars and all that stuff. Dog's got a lot. He would be our, third winningest player in CTM Masters event. So looking to diversify his portfolio right now, as it were. Dog was #4 in the qualifying, just under a 1.1 average of 2 in our qualifying for April. And got through Longboy and Sharky. Actually defeated Sharky in the top 8. So not an easy draw in the top 8. Sharky always a favorite to go deep in a DAS tournament. 235 Giovanni, 220 for Dog. Man, we did play Dog's first single to open the broadcast. So if you want to find Dog's music, you can go look on Spotify. Michael Kahn, Disillusion. And I hopefully we don't get copyright stricken. I don't know. I can see Dog doing that, trying to split our stream revenue. That pesky Dog. 273 for Dog, 266 Giovanni. This is a best of 5, so the zeros next to the players' names are how many wins they have in this match. The first player to get to 3 is the winner. We start on level 18, there's 130 lines of that, and then level 19, there's 100 lines of that, culminating in what is basically the DAS kill screen at level 29. And very seldom do we get much further than level 29, although Pixel Andy in competition get to, what was it, 34? Crazy. TRISTOP put a link in the Twitch chat if you want to go follow Dog on Spotify. It's got a couple of singles out there. 372 for Dog, 382 for Giovanni, same line count and about 10,000 points difference. That's about a half a Tetris. Tetris is here on 18 worth 22,800. And someone asking, Giovanni got a 1.3. Why does his PB say 1.29? These are all like images that are generated at the beginning of every month, and so we update them at the beginning of the month. And there's really not a lot of time and space to stay up to date with every single PB. You'll see that in our next match with Peak who just today got a 1.2 for the first time with Das. 451 here for Giovanni. 444 for Dog. Giovanni with a Tetris. 474. Dog going to fill in the middle of that stack to get Tetris ready. And you'll see, of course, in Das competitions, the piece movement is more limited than with a tapping kind of play style, whether hyper tapping or rolling. So players will play comparatively lower, comparatively flatter. Because that's basically as far as they can get the piece over, left or right, in the time that they have with Das. 514 for Dog, 525 Giovanni. So still about that 10,000 point difference. And we're just about 13 lines away from the level 19 transition, where the speed will increase by 50%, 50%. Dog was the runner-up in the Classic Tetris World Championships this year. The CTWC. Good adjustment here for Dog. I still can't get these adjustments down even as a Das player. I mean, what we've been finding... Oh, well, here we go. 594 for Giovanni, actually. Let's see if he can bring this down. Both players kind of with some down stacking to do. Giovanni going to open up that right side. And Dog needs to get something over to that left. This is going to be tough for Dog to get something over. That T will get over, and that J is like a lifesaver on that left side of the board. And maybe a little bit too high on that left. So he's going to have to quick tap something or bring this down with L pieces. And when he can't get anything over, that's going to do it for Dog. And Dog going to top out. And Giovanni is good in game number 1. Pummy Zoe says, do their hurts have to be under 10, or do they have to just play Das? They have to play Das. 1 and 2 taps in the middle. We don't really care. I mean, you can tap those as fat. We don't care. 1 and 2 taps are pretty much free. And then you can get 1 quick tap, but no double quick taps. But yes, they should be playing Das and not just slow tapping under 10 hertz the entire way. It is a true Das tournament. All right, let's, I didn't fix my scene here, so it's a little busted, so I have to do it all by hand. Let's get these players some new pieces. New piece is going to be 0DE06 Alpha. 0DE06 Alpha. Now, I know what I think sometimes when you see Giovanni playing, you do see guitars behind him. So I wonder when we're going to get Giovanni's first single. Yeah, there's a guitar behind him. When do we get Giovanni's first single? Soon. He says soon. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let me just check the seeds, make sure they're good. 0DE06A, 0DE06A. All right. Let's get him going here in game 2. Giovanni up 1-0 over Dog playing Tetris. 3-2-1 Tetris. We kind of speed ran. Oh, look at these adjustments for Dog. Loving them. I wish I were fast enough to do them. Now you can see we do have the Hertz display and the input display. These are just sort of checks. Of course, we do trust that our players will stay within the spirit of Das. But it's good to just have a check. And, you know, one little thing here or there is not going to utterly disqualify someone, but players should be playing the Das play style, where you're using the press and hold mechanism to overcome the The slow little delay that the game wants to put on your piece when you move left to right. 140 for Giovanni, 140 for Dog. Thank you, by the way, Canine watching Tetris with the 3-2-1 countdown bit says, "Go Dog, go." If you want to support the channel, you can do so with bits and subs here on Twitch. You can do it with super chats and stickers on YouTube. Those go a long way. And this is the last day of the month, so, you know, we are, if you still want to qualify for a Tetris tournament online, we are still open for qualifiers. As long as it's August 31st where you live, qualifying is still open. Maybe Doug had a thought about setting up some VITs or something. I don't know. That would have been crazy because he already had a line dependency, but I just see them everywhere now. I'm just setting them up even when I shouldn't, just to find adjustments and, I don't know, just expand my brain a little bit. And it's super fun to set those VITs up. Like, I went years and years never setting one up. All of a sudden, I can't stop it. 263 for Dog, 263 for Giovanni. Same score, same lines. Giovanni will get a signal and ruin it, and Gio's gonna set up a VIT. See, this is where I shouldn't talk about stuff like that, because the players will do it, and then if something happens, I feel guilty. So I try not to encourage the players to do anything in particular. And we're getting droughted here, so it's a bad time for a VIT. See, this is why I don't listen to Vandy. But yeah, I don't encourage players to get in a push-down battle. I don't encourage them to do VITs or special tucks. I just would feel very bad if something happened. 301 Geo, 299 Dog. And thank goodness Geo survived, so I am absolved of all responsibility. Tetris Giovanni 347, 346 for Dog. So pretty close in lines, pretty close in score. All right, 394 for Dog, 395 for Giovanni. Close the entire way. And it was really like that in game one as well. They had similarly messy entries into level 19. Giovanni's was just a little bit easier to survive than Dog was. But yeah, these players really close the entire way. You know, I think when we started this tournament, there was kind of an idea like, okay, now we're getting sort of the rollers out of the way. No more rolling. Gonna give these like DAS main players a chance here. But what we're finding is like, yeah, there are definitely, you know, high level DAS players that were not really able to have a monthly online tournament for them to play in. But what we're finding is that, generally speaking, like, the best players are rolling, usually. And they also end up being among the top DAS players as well, just from their Tetris smarts and their experience and seeing adjustments and stacking and all that. And there's only a handful of people that are just kind of hidden away and they're only playing DAS, so they never... There's, you know, Giovanni's one of them. But, you know, Dog getting here to the semis. Nenu. We're going to transition into 19. 582 from Giovanni, 530 from Dog. So Giovanni's got a little separation here. But TRISTOP getting to the semis here. Last month, Pixel Andy winning. Fractal getting to the semis. So... as it turns out, the best players are generally the best players. And so far, the DAS tournament last month was won by, well, one of the best rollers. So it'll be fun to see whether we can get sort of a Das Maynard to win one of these tournaments. Dog in a little bit of a situation on that left side. He's chopping it down with L's and J's and so forth. This is very tough for Dog, but he's going to bring it down. Okay, there's a nice triple to bring the stack down. Dog is back down to safety, and he can start trying to build up for Tetris's again. Giovanni up about 120,000 points, though. Just about the same line count. Giovanni, one of these players who's now, I think, more in the spotlight now that there are DAS tournaments that are kind of happening. Oh, Dog, that right side is kind of a mess. He's going to bring this down. He's low. You should be able to work this, but he's losing significant pace here. But Giovanni kind of burning here, so not losing pace because Gio is burning as well. So maybe Dog has an opportunity if he can get clean faster and set up. Maybe he can cut into this lead. Now, remember, if you're used to watching Masters with, open tournaments or something like that, rollers and tapping and all that, they're going to get to and through 29 significantly, but 29 is effectively a kill screen here. So you've got to be efficient, and you don't have a lot of chase down ability. So Giovanni just really needs to stay alive here to put the pressure on Dog. Gio with a Tetris, 845, still 100,000 points ahead. Dog, we're now just about 16 lines away from the level 29 DAS kill screen. Some players can play a little bit past there, but you cannot count on that. And Giovanni getting up a bit high here. This board is a mess, and Giovanni going to top out at 851. So this gives Dog the opportunity he needs. One Tetris would get him there, and he gets that Tetris, and Dog will take game number 2 and tie it up. And you can see just how close it is the entire time. And then one little mistake or misdrop or one bad run of RNG can do your game in and give your opponent an opportunity to get right back into it. So we are now tied up. DAS is so tight. This is what I've been learning here. Back in the old days, players didn't often get to 29, even in DAS, right? When it was primarily DAS players, way back in the day, when tapping was just only a couple of players. It didn't feel that tight, right? Because it felt like, most players are topping out kind of early 19s or early 19 speed, but there was still room to chase someone down. And now it just seems like there's no room. Like, players are getting to 29 all the time with DAS. And you just got to be efficient the entire way. It is so brutal. All right, players going to take a quick break. Let me go ahead and give these players their seed. Zelazawi is gifted a tier 1 sub to Sky. Thank you, Zelazawi. Thanks, Doc Pie, for the pin. Rocco Ricci is here. Probably rooting on Gio, I would imagine. Yeah, there you go. You got him, Gio. You're not. Oh. You are. Of course you are. Question for chat says, Josh, what was your favorite match of CTWC? Well, they're already up now to the Alex T TRISTOP one in the posts online, so we're almost to the end. All right, so new pieces are E3, 3A, E7. E33, AE7. Both players are good. And Dog, quite optimistically, has his level 39 super kill screen turned on. All right, let's get both players underway. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 between Giovanni and Dog. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Dog believes in level 30, DAS 39. You know, I wouldn't, you can get into a lot of troubles, saying that certain things can't happen in the future. Oh, this cannot happen. This will never happen. Doubting has not been very profitable when it comes to the classic Tetris scene. Look at that floating Mino. Dog taking care of that. I love floating Mino. Anytime I see a floating Mino, I love that. Now, I'm not going to come out and say, oh, well, DAS level 39 or DAS 29 play will be a significant thing, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen so many things happen in this game over the, 6-7 years I've been involved in it. And so many people doubting what can happen, what can't happen. I'm not going to say what can happen or can't. Oh, yeah, true. PIW Tetris says, I remember back in 2019 asking Yanni if PAL Max is possible. Guess his answer. Well, probably impossible. I mean, that was the wisdom back then. Like, oh, yeah, it's not possible. Maybe there were a few believers, but I've always thought it was possible. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a person that, it would have to be literally physically impossible for me to say it's impossible. Not just like, well, it's very unlikely. You don't want to, limit the future or, possibilities in the future to the level of your own stagnant imagination. So I've never done that. Giovanni getting up a little bit high in the stack here. This is going to be trouble. And he's dependent in the middle of the board, too. Oh, he's going to flop that bar over to the left. That's going to help a little bit. But I don't know if this is going to be survivable. This is so tough. Giovanni's got that give-up body language. And no, he's going to top out at 177. The target for Dog is 178. He doesn't need a lot of anything to get there. And I think he knows it. He's just taking doubles. Relaxed posture here. And he's just going to single and double this out. Lucas says, has the first match happened already? This is the first match. Oh, he's going for the pushdown point. And he gets the 2 points. Dog will take it by 2 points. He saw that the score was tied. He only needed those pushdown points. He tried a couple of times. That could have been dangerous if he didn't get it a few pieces in a row. So a 2-point victory for Dog here in game number 3. What a legend. I honestly could have seen that going really wrong. Giovanni says that's the second time I lose out pushdown points. I mean, if it had backfired, we would have to replay that game, which, wouldn't be the worst result in the world. Top out at 47 lines. First time was versus Meme. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Meme won by 3 pushdown points, right? I think that was 3. Now, do not try to go for the record 1 pushdown point, but he was trying. He was trying to go for that 1, I think. And got 2. All right, let's get these players some new pieces. New piece is going to be 1E, 8C, EE. So 1 Echo, 8 Charlie, Echo, Echo. And as amusing as all that is, Giovanni finds himself now up against Dog, who is on match point. And let's check our seeds here, make sure they are good. 1E8 CEE. They are good. All right, both players are ready. It is game number 4. Dog looking to wrap this up right now against a dangerous opponent. Giovanni needs to win to stay in. Let's go 3, 2, 1 Tetris. I think we may have a little bit of stream delay on one of our sides here because one of the streams buffered during the last match, and well, we're just gonna have to deal with it because I didn't refresh it. Giovanni with the 5 below on the left side, placing that J piece upside down to make an O tuck. You get a better leave with that than other alternatives where, you know, if you placed it flat and put that O there, you'd create a little notch in column 1, which is not ideal. So that is much better move because it keeps that left side, that column 1, higher than that column 1 and 2, higher than that column 3. And he's going to do another one, Giovanni. 93,000 Geo, 91,000 for Dog. You know, a lot of people think that these adjustments are a lot of times just for swag, but they have real utility, and there's a reason behind them. 142 Giovanni, 130, although, you know, swag points are certainly a factor. $188 Geo, $183 Dog as we get underway here in game number 4. Dog's brother won the tournament last month. He's looking to go from the finals. He's 1 game away from doing that. His brother was knocked out in the top 8 against Giovanni. So Gio having to play the 2 brothers in a row. And actually, Giovanni has a really tough road here to the finals. Had to face Nenu, who was in the finals last month. Had to play him in round 1. K9 watching Tetris with the $111.11. I actually forgot to freeze contributions to the Matcherino. And so K9 gonna get us to $999.99. I forgot to freeze the contribution, so I guess it's open. So yeah, so Giovanni had to get through Nenu round 1, Andy round 2, Dog here in round 3, and then whoever, of course, is the winner of the bottom half of the bracket. So very, very tough road. Maybe the toughest, and he's the number 1 seed, so you would expect maybe to have the easiest road. But I would argue that he has the toughest road. Peak wants me to leave it open. I'll leave it open. Now, of course, those names are intimidating, you know, oh, Andy, Dog. But, you know, it is a DAS tournament, and, you know, Nenu, you know, 2-time winner. In fact, all 3 players that he has to face are CTM Masters event winners, so that is tough. But again, it's not their native or at least current playstyle, although Andy did start out as really a world-class DAS player. We are going to make some changes for the top-level tournaments here in CTM. Right now we have a rule where anybody who makes the semifinals is guaranteed to make it into the next month, and they won't be relegated back down to the bottom, you know, or relegated to the, you know, to whatever their actual qualifier is. And that is just a way to sort of recognize that, you know, people can have an off month, but, you know, if you make it to the semis, that you certainly kind of earned your way. But what that ends up doing is guaranteeing that 5 spots, because remember, we got the semis rule. Oh, nice adjustment for Dog here to set up an L-tuck. And then also the winner of the previous, of the lower tier, right? So here in DAS Masters, the World Circuit, and then the Masters event, Challenger Circuit. So that is effectively 5 spots that you cannot qualify into. And that is a lot, right? It makes it really tough to climb your way into there, and some deserving players potentially weren't able to make their way in previous months. So we are going to be reverting or changing that rule for the top level tournaments only to a finals rule instead of a semifinals rule. So that means only 3 spots in the top level of each tournament will be reserved. 617 Giovanni, 603 for Dog. Masters finals on Tuesday, by the way. That's a good question, Brosmans. 643 on 19 for Giovanni, 627 for Dog. These are huge paces for DAS. And so I think players that have, their play style is not DAS sometimes can have a tough time here on 19 because they're just used to that left side stacking being much higher. So it's always interesting to see how these, players like Dog and Fractal and Andy and TRISTOP and so forth handle this 19 play. I got to believe there could be an incredible temptation to play the way you normally stack, but you can't do it. 735 Dog, 729 Giovanni. So Dog in the lead by a small amount and has lines in hand, gets another Tetris. Semis rule will be in effect. We will still do the semi-finals rule for September, but no longer. And it's only at the top level. The lower levels right now, we're still going to be doing the semis rule. But that could change. 846 for Giovanni, 797 for Dog. See, at the lower levels, there's a place for the winner to exit, right? The winner of those tournaments exits the tournament. So there's kind of more space for players to earn their way in. Dog setting up aggro. Column 8 there. Going to take a couple of skims here. He's trying to build out that left, trying to take some burns. A little bit of a drought. Going to create a gap, but he gets a Tetris. 865. Giovanni back in the lead. And he's going to find a skim to get Tetris ready and a Tetris for him. 940 for Giovanni. 866 for Dog. El Peltum says, no way, Vandy actually listened to me. Yeah, I think that's probably where I got the idea in the end. But it made a lot of sense. Listen, Vandy will listen. So Gio here trying to figure this out. Oh, that's going to be a great L piece for that left. Good adjustment for that left side for Giovanni. He's trying to bring it down. He's working one row off the bottom. A quick long bar would be great for him. 964 for him. 937 for Dog, who is lower and flat. Tetris Giovanni. See if there's pieces that Dog would be putting over to that left side if he were playing his normal play style. He's just going to have to take that burn, Dog will. Giovanni in trouble. He's got a max out here. He's got another Tetris A36, but that left side was kind of cut off, so he really needs to do something to bring this down, and he is not going to be able to score Tetrises. He's got 11 lines to work with. Dog, 12 lines to work with and needs 80,000 points. Tetris is here worth over 30,000 points. There's one for Dog at 995. Gio needs to set up for a Tetris, or he's going to set up for a center well Tetris. Can he set up for one more to put this out of reach? That one was crucial. Dog might have to set. Dog needs to set up for 2, no matter what. And actually, he might need to set up for 3. And there's one for Dog, and he is not going to be able, unless he can do something here on 29, but not really going to be possible. No, that right side is going to be cut off, and Giovanni is going to clutch out some Tetrises at the end to put this out of reach against Dog. So clutch level 28 play. Dirty Tetrises for Giovanni to force a deciding game number 5. Wow. I mean, this is what we were missing for so many years without a regular DAS tournament, right? These opportunities. I love this stuff. I mean, Dog not loving it so much right now at this moment, but I mean, just from pure Tetris play, you got to enjoy that. Let me change the score here, and then we'll. Yeah, give me a minute. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, take a moment. Of course, it's the semis. I'll give you pieces. It's going to be 4A, DA, 3D. Get out your gliders. We have a decider. Jedi Evan said, this kind of match is what got me into Tetris. Now, yeah, no rush here. Get your, you know, you can calm down. It's okay. Where's my decider button? Does that work? No. I don't know what happened. There's not a reverse. All right, both players. There's some for you. There's some for you. You can put it up on the shelf behind Dog right there. You can just put it right up there. Nope, can't do it. Refresh Dog. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Refresh Dog stream. I will do that, actually. In fact, I'll just refresh both. Okay, I have refreshed both. All right. As soon as both players are ready, Giovanni trying to do, like, I don't know, some jumping jacks or something to get some of that energy out. So both players, 4AD, A3D. Both players are ready. This is it. The winner goes to the finals. Nothing else to say except whoever wins has got a shot at the championship. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, players using the same bar, I believe, for Tetris's. Geo, a little bit of a messier leave there. Maybe it wasn't the same bar. All right, long bar in for Giovanni. 47,000 for him. There's one for Dog. 68,000. All Tetrises to start off with for Dog. All right, Dog flattening out this stack. Waiting for the next bar. There's a Tetris. Dog very polite even when he's alone. Like if he's gonna cough, he's gonna cover his mouth, even if he's alone in his room. No one to catch any stray germs there, but it's still, you know, it's a good habit. Dog gonna take his first burn there through 24 lines. XX Potato is here. Rocco Ricci Tebanoku Jedi Evan. Hello. Ben Squirrely is in the chat. Gray Guy Gamer Alex H. Sup Daft. Doc Pie here. Alejo Afville. PYMBLH, I think, is here. Wallbant is here. Weissbrot. Trisky Sky Taco Mom. Sodium Overdose. Hello to all of you. Ricky Bot, Stolen Short Swords, Elazawi. K9 watching Tetris. It's one of the things that keeps me back every single month. I just love seeing all these familiar names. After this match, there will be another one. It's going to be between TRISTOP and PKRIC. On the YouTube side, hello to Tom J. Huineman, Pedro Sales Jr., Spreegit Wang, St. Nicholas, Fluffy Lemur, Whoops, Josh, Nick Gamer, Ramik Psymaster, User 173, and Ratchet. So, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying the same thing that I'm enjoying, which is this great matchup. Giovanni finished in the semis last month went out to Pixelandy. He won a critical game 4 to extend this match against Dog, looking to get to the finals. And Dog, of course, maybe trying to avenge the family name here, because Gio took out Pixelandy this month. Billy Mack is here. Michael at YouTube, welcome. Please give a follow if you're not following. That would help us out. We are at just under 9,500 on Twitch, just under 13,000 on YouTube. So if you're watching and not following, please help us out. 400 for Dog, 384 for Giovanni. Tetris Gio 409. So trading the lead back and forth, except Gio a little bit further ahead in lines. There's a spire there in the middle and gets a great L piece for that left. And now trying to build out and flatten out that left and middle of the stack. Only one good place for squares on that left side. Well, maybe two. Let's flatten it out. Tetris ready gets a Tetris. 437. The true Vits for Giovanni. What a hero. And Doug building out that left, waiting out the bar, gets the bar, 475. So now we're just about 21 lines away from the 19 transition. The speed increases by 50%. Pieces on 18 fall one row every 3 frames, and on 19 it's one row every 2 frames, so a 50% increase. For all you frame enjoyers out there. Mr. Burrow is here. Welcome. $489 Giovanni, $545 for Dog. Remember, Peak and TRISTOP coming up right after this one. Giovanni, the first one into 19 at 536. Doug is going to get a Tetris. He's at 591 and has one more Tetris available. I'm going to try to flatten out this stack a little bit as he heads into 19. Giovanni with a flat stack, but getting kind of high here. Long bar, very welcome. And he's going to get another Tetris. 588 into 20 for Giovanni. 618 transition for Dog. So that 18 pace, which, you know, maybe isn't as crucial between rollers and tappers. I guess there are no tappers anymore, but are not many. But critical here in a DAS game. 642 for Gio, 649 for Dog. There's another Tetris Dog, 674. Flat board Tetris Dog, 700. He's got about a 50,000 point lead. Tetris Gio. And it's fun to kind of find, you know, these players who we call the overall best players in the world. Oh, Dog. I'm not sure if that was quick tapped over or if that had barely, looks like it had just enough DAS to get over. Like just. That could have been really bad. 737 for both players now. Gio ahead in lines though. Yeah, people will talk about whether we want CTM tap. You know, maybe someone else can do that, or I don't feel very strongly about a tap tournament. Because basically rolling is the next evolution of tapping, so it's really... Whereas DAS is and always has been its own unique play style. Oh, Giovanni's left side is a problem. He needs a bar over that right side, and he's not getting it. He's going to top out at 777. And Dog is good and will hold off a threat from Giovanni. Dog is going to make it into the finals, and that is DAS gameplay right there in a nutshell. It's so dangerous to have really any defects in your stack. And so it really rewards like perfect stacking and punishes imperfect stacking. So brutal. We'll watch Dog play it out. He's at 854 through 26 if he wants to mullen it out and go for the max. We'll watch him do it. It's going to be TRISTOP and PKRIC playing here. All right, Dog going to get a triple over. We still got about 22 lines to go, so that's going to be, well, now it's 20, so he's got about 5 Tetrises to go, which are, 30,000 plus, so he still could get a max out here. It doesn't have much slop, though, to get that. I think he can take those burns. Well, maybe now. See, 11, he can still get 3. There's 1. 3 won't do it. Will 3 do it? Almost. Yeah, so he's going to need this one, and he's going to need more to get that max out. And see what he can eke out. And he can't do it, but he's going to get a 996. Big score here from Dog. What a match between Giovanni and Dog. It's tough to see either one of these players go. Giovanni's going to go out again in the semifinals. Such a brutal format, such a brutal play style. And it's going to be Dog moving into the finals. I'm going to run a quick ad here. We will be back. It's going to be PKRIC and TRISTOP. And again, GG's to Giovanni. Hope to see you back here again. You did amazing. All right. So let's get rid of these guys. And I think it's what, 6 and 7, right? So I'll go ahead and fix all this up if you don't mind the jank. All right, let me, I need a more efficient way of dealing with these cameras, but I've never been able to quite figure that out. I'm going to reset that and just start over with. Oh. That's bad. Yeah, I got half of them. Oh, what happened? Oh, I think we're okay. Why is that reversed? I didn't reverse that. Oh, he's reversed. I don't know why he's facing that way, but he wants to face the other way. That's up to him. Yeah, he's reversed on his camera. So now I have to re-reverse him. All right, so let me re-reverse him. There we go. Now we're re-reversing him back to where he belongs. Okay. All right, it's going to be a moment here. Just stay like you are. Don't fix it. And don't mess with me. I don't have time. Now, one thing I do have to let you know is I will not be able to do a post-game interview today. Unfortunately, I have something like right after this at basically, 5 o'clock or 5:20. So I will not be able to do post-game interview today. And let me... So I don't know if anybody wants to... I'll raid the... You're live? Okay. What are you, number 7? You're number 7. Okay. Let me refresh. All right, there he is. There's Buddy. And we'll just reset the transform on this dude. Look at this college guy. He's got his CTWC, 2021 shirt on. All right. Get rid of that decider. Dog, don't go anywhere. Let's get these players some pieces. You get that TRISTOP big face. Always a big face from TRISTOP. He loves to lean in. I think he's using laptop cam, so that must be it. But every time you You know, he's always got his big face right there before the match, so you can never line him up. All right, we got pieces generated 96EC73 E6. I'm sorry, 96EC73. I guess I need more mods. I'm just modding anyone who's, you know, not a killer. Biggie Mac? Well, I'm not too sure about you. The jury's still out. Nerd the box? You can... All right. El Peltum? Yeah, I'm not modding you, that's for sure. All right. I think we're just about ready. I'm ready. You're all ready. These guys are like way more than ready. They're like, can we just start? 96EC73, 96EC73. Billy Mac. All right, the older Billy. All right, well, it is semifinal number 2 between Peak and TRISTOP. I am ready. You're all ready. Let's get them started. Semifinal number 2, Classic Tetris Monthly, Das Masters, August 2024 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Now, the lore here is that there is a roach in TRISTOP's room. Now, you know, there seems to be bugs just follow this guy around. There's moths, there's roaches. I would just leave. I would just say I need to reschedule, but you know, this guy's ultimate Tetris hero, and he's like, I'm gonna play, man. So who are our players? Well, Peak, of course, you know, as the voice, a main voice of the Classic Tetris League. Also a pretty darn good DAS player, our number 6 seed here out of the United States of America. And you'll see a PB on the screen that says 1.16 million. Now, we do that at the beginning of the month, and the word has come down that Peak has gotten his first ever 1.2 million just today. So a big congrats to Peak on getting that 1.2. It's always good to come into a tournament kind of hot, playing your best Tetris. So we'll see how that plays out here in the semifinals. 103 here from Peak. And on the right side of the screen is TRISTOP, who's coming off of a couple of regional wins. Won the regional. He's got the 5 below there. Won a regional in Montreal, Canada. Maybe you've heard of it. I was there. It was a great time. So TRISTOP won that. Also won the Philly regional as well. And of course, earlier in the year, made a deep, deep run into the Classic Tetris World Championship. I can now spoil because the videos are up. And he made it into the semifinals to take on Alex T. How that went, well, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, I do want to, but I'll never hear the end of it. 212 here for TRISTOP, 221 for Peak. Wellband says, is the switch from semis rule applied to all tiers? No, just at the very highest level. Because that ends up being 5 spots. Whereas in the lower tiers, it's really only 4 spots. Because the winner exits to the higher tier, right? And so it's only going to be the top tiers of DAS Masters, regular Masters, and the secret third tournament that we may or may not do on a monthly basis. 309 here for TRISTOP. TRISTOP has got a 1.31 million, and as of the time that we took these stats, had the number 4 overall DAS score in the world. That's right. Darth Bunny, Vince would give up right away against a roach. Actually, maybe Vince. Well, no comment. Anyway, 355 TRISTOP, 331 Peak. We get underway here in semifinal number 2, or reach the midpoint of level 18 phase. Nice setup there with that T to create a tuck for an O piece. Stoke234 subscribed at tier 1 for 6 months in advance. So we love that. Tier 1 6 months in advance says, I love watching DAS. And by the way, it's a good reminder. It is September on Twitch. And what that means is that you can subscribe at a 30% discount. And I think, I don't 100% know, and someone can maybe confirm that applies to all these subscribing in advance options. So a 30% discount on subs is, I think that just comes out of Twitch's end. Better not come out of my end. But that is a very good deal. So if you are somebody who wants to show your support for the channel, wants to subscribe on Twitch, and get our emotes that you can use on Twitch all the time, now is the time to do it. 543 for TRISTOP, 478. And if you can do it in advance for the entire year, RickyBot says the Discord invite is invalid. Use discord.gg/CTM. That will also work. Maybe we'll just switch it to that. But yeah, if you want to support the channel and you want to get the emotes and you want to subscribe and you want to do it in advance, this is the month to do it. I think you can subscribe 6 months in advance. Yeah, discount is for advance, says Stoke, who just did it. 550 for Peak, 612 for TRISTOP. So this is, yeah, so please, if you're going to do it this month. Do it for 12 months in advance. And then you don't have to worry about it the rest of the year, and you're subbed all year. 658 TRISTOP into 19. Huge transition pace for TRISTOP. There's a dirty off-center well Tetris for Peak. 1 row off the bottom and in column 3. Deck has subscribed with Prime 16 months. Says, I'm not subbing. You can't make me. Thank you, Peak. I'm sorry, Deck. Not Peak. Oh, they're going crazy downstairs. The downstairs neighbor has a situation down there, and sometimes that causes people to be loud, and they're on fire today, I'll tell you that. 632 for Peak, 769 now, 796 for TRISTOP. Peak will get another Tetris. So Peak right now back by 135,000 points, but ahead by 10 lines. So this is a problem for Peak. Really does not have a lot of room. Remember, level 29 is in essence the DAS kill screen. So Peak really hoping something happens to TRISTOP, or is just going to have to go aggro. Some combination of those two things. Peak taking a double and a Tetris 757. He's starting to close the gap a little bit. TRISTOP was burning for a bit. This gives Peak a way back in. TRISTOP going to get that square to the left to build all that out, and it was the best place for the square. TRISTOP long bar Tetris down 877 here on 24. Peak starting to close the gap a little bit as TRISTOP continues to have to burn. It's low on the stack, so not really in danger of topping out, but he's just wasting valuable pace here, and it's not his fault really. It's just you've got the board configured in a certain way, and the pieces just don't align right. TRISTOP now still in the lead by about 30,000 points. Remember, TRISTOP working 10 lines behind. So Peak here with a Tetris at 214 has 16 lines to go. TRISTOP still with 23 lines to go. So Peak is not, you know, it's not just like, oh, it's just a moment, he's going to take it. He does have to hustle a bit. And he knows it. So he's setting up here. He's not messing around. Yeah, so he's setting up for that off-center well Tetris. And he knows what he has to do. TRISTOP with the max out, 11 lines to go. Here's one for Peak at A33. TRISTOP a couple thousand points behind, but has lines in hand. And Peak is into 29 with that open well. Never could get a bar to fill it in. And TRISTOP is good in game number 1. And TRISTOP with the 1.1. Yeah, Peak knew what he needed to do, and you could see, you know, several levels before doing what he needed to do. You know, as soon as TRISTOP got out of that dig, I mean, Peak knew it was go time. Boom, test stop for Tris. Now, was that intentional? Because if that is intentional, then my hat's off to our CTWC commentators. New seed. TRISTOP peering in, looking for the seed. Here it is, 3A, A1, 4F. Chris Tang said it. Now, we don't know. Was it intentional? Was it a spoonerism there? Was it accidental? All right, I'm making everyone a mod, and I still can't get anyone to pin that seed for me. I think it's time for Biggie Mac to be a mod. Maybe Biggie Mac will pin seeds. Doc Pie's got it. All right, thank you, Doc Pie. Biggie Mac, you are now a mod. El Peltum, I don't know. I don't still 100% trust you. All right, 3AA14F. Parabex? We share a birthday? All right, you got me. All right, I'll do it after. Both players are ready. Peak and TRISTOP. TRISTOP up 1 game to none. Peak looking to tie it up right now. Let's go. 3-2-1 Tetris. All right, El Peltum, if I do mod you, though, you know, don't mess around. Like, be a mod. Don't mess around. I'm trusting you now. I'm putting my trust in you. For real. All right, we are underway. Game number 2. TRISTOP played in the Masters event this month, went out in the top 8 to, you guessed it, Alex T in a rematch of their semifinal match from CTWC. That's coming. If you want to watch that, that's going to be also a banger of a stream. That's going to be Dengler versus Sidnev, neither of whom have won a Masters event, so at least one of them will be in the finals. So Dengler and Sidnev, and then Alex T and Blue Scooty as the other match. So either way, whoever's looking for their first Masters event win, they're going to have to go through a monster. Alex T's won the tournament 3 months in a row. There's also the rank. Well, I don't want to say that, but also he did pretty well at CTWC. TRISTOP in trouble. He's going to tuck on that left side. This is so tough. A square gets over. And I don't know how TRISTOP's doing this. I mean, this is amazing survival from TRISTOP, and he's going to bring this down, and he's not 100% out of the woods, but that double is going to help a lot. Man, that triple will clear everything away. Well, it's not quite no harm, no foul, because he is back by about 40,000 points now. But that was crazy, crazy digging. I swear, like, really anybody else would top out there. Oh, TRISTOP gonna kind of early. Again, more early shifts here from TRISTOP, so he looks like he's a little thrown off here in game 2. Now it's PK's turn. PK's board starting to climb a little bit. He's got gaps over there in columns 2, 3, and 4. And it's hard to clear away any of these without covering another one of them. So he's going to try. That bar will help. Those bars are kind of your friend if you can use them to just fill in that one Mino just to the left of a gap where you've got a gap. That helps a lot. 270 PK, 265 for TRISTOP. And now both players are clean. PK ahead by about a Tetris and a half. Just about the same number of lines. A couple more lines. And TRISTOP gets a Tetris, and so does PK. And somehow these players, through all the, down stacking they've had to do in messy boards, they still have over 300,000 points through about 80-something lines, which, me, I would, I'd be about 186 right now if I hadn't topped out. These players on a whole other level. All right, Tetris PK 368. There's one TRISTOP. He's got another one set up already. Both of them do. Skimming a Tetris for PK 392. There's one for TRISTOP 365. It is pretty darn close. PK still with a little pace lead, but not by much. The middle of PK's board could use some help, and okay, he's going to get it. He's going to bring it down. That could have been very bad. And TRISTOP going to get a long bar over to bring this stack down. No, he's got that little notch there in column 9 kind of sticking out. Not ideal. You got to get to work on that. Nice placement of that L piece to make room for the long bar. And a Tetris TRISTOP 440. He's actually now in the lead at this moment. PK's going to get a Tetris and get it back. So they are neck and neck, if you want to use that. PK is into 19 at 493. TRISTOP is in at 486. So a pace lead at transition for PK. Flat long bar skim for TRISTOP. He's setting up for here. Yeah, he's just going to bring this down, try to have a good stack here on 19. You don't need to get into any weird high-flying acrobatics here on 19. Just keeping it simple. All right, PK having to bring this down that left side. Is now accessible. He's going to leave himself a gap, though. All right, long bar over TRISTOP. You can see the placements of those squares in the middle. Probably wouldn't have been able to get them over to the left side. And so he very wisely opts to drop them in the middle of the stack. That left side a problem now, or the center. TRISTOP going to bring this down with a Tetris 579 for him, and he just needs to work this stack back down. Dirty Tetris, column 2 for PK 589. We're on level 22. Their captures look a little different, but it is the same level. PK with that bubblegum capture. TRISTOP with the more canonical purple thing. 5 below to the left side for TRISTOP. 3 or 4 rows off the bottom. Tetris PK 626. He's ahead by about a Tetris. There's one for TRISTOP. So PK still with a little bit of a pace lead when their lines are about the same. Tetris for TRISTOP 681. PK line dependent in the middle, gets a line, uncovers the well to the right. So he set up Tetris. He's going to take a safe triple on that left side and sets himself up for a skim to get Tetris ready again. And now he's got a gap there in column 4, two that he keeps having to put weight on. This could be trouble for Peak, and he needs something for that left side. And L would be great. Can't get a bar over to the left. And Peak is going to try to do that, and it's not going to get over. And TRISTOP is good in game number 2. So Peak had a gap there in column 3, a 2x1 gap, basically, column 4, and was trying to work around it. Trying to build out that left, but hung a bar to that left, and that was going to do it. He was kind of high-centered at the time, too. So, TRISTOP will go up 2 games to none. All right, new pieces incoming. And we'll see. I've got everyone in the channel as a mod, basically. So we'll see how fast it gets pinned. 0D. Oh, and it's El Peltum. Look at that. It was all worth it. 0D A967. Thanks, El Peltum. Neto JM says, well, you're not a mod. Well, you could be on, you seem more active on YouTube. Are you a YouTube mod? All right, we're gonna add you as a mod on YouTube, Neto. There you go. 0DA9670D. Okay, we're good. All right, both players are ready. Peak needs to win to stay in. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Kuro Fox, you want to be a YouTube mod? All right. Chat over there so I can write your so I can right click on your name. Rocco Ricci, what the heck? All right, TRISTOP in some early trouble. That left side is a problem. And I don't know how he's going to access it and he's not going to. So TRISTOP going to drop a quick game, a gift over here to Peak. And Peak, you are good in game number 3. That's DAS for you. Skip, you want to be a mod? All right. Everyone's a mod. I like that there's a not sod emote and a sod and a not sod emote. All right, let's get these players some. Skibbity Balls 69. I don't feel 100% good about having someone named Skibbity Balls 69 as a moderator. And I don't know you that well, so. 5DE860. But thank you for the offer. I think we're good on mods right now. 5DE860. 5DE860. I think we got enough mods right now. We're good. No more mods for the rest of the... So don't ask. 5DE860. 5DE860. We're good. Nicknameism. I know. All right, both players are ready. Peak wins a quick one there after TRISTOP tops early. Let's get him started here in game number 4. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Kuro Fox is here. All right, we'll add Stanislaw on YouTube. But we've been pretty good on YouTube lately. There's a time there where it was really flaring up. But, you know, the mods we added seem to have helped out quite a bit. I think probably mainly Mari. $98,000 for TRISTOP here in game number 4. Peak trying to win this one to force a reverse sweep scenario. Yeah, YouTube is behaving pretty well lately. So it does have a low tolerance for. I don't know. You can mess with me. You can say a lot of stuff, but just don't mess with the players. You know. That's the most important thing. $128 Peak, $167 TRISTOP. Peak gets a Tetris. There's one for TRISTOP. So right now, same lines, 40,000 point lead for TRISTOP. Just under 2 Tetrises. Ivan says, was Gio eliminated? Yes. Dog advanced through Giovanni. It was a good match. All right, TRISTOP kind of pulling back that long bar. Not exactly sure what the thought was there, but he had a notion. Ends up not really harming him, though, because he got another long bar to fill in that situation. TRISTOP stacking high. This is like 1.3 stacking, maybe. Maybe it's 1.2 stacking. All right, TRISTOP filling out that left, preferring to take some kind of skim to set up on that right side. There it is. Long bar over for a Tetris. TRISTOP 292. Peak setting up with that long bar in column 9. Building out that left. Nice L for that left to flatten it out. Tetris Peak 321, 338 TRISTOP. All right, Peak's just going to take that double to get that stack back in order. Tuck that J in, skim with the T, get a bar for a Tetris 370. There's a good-looking J for TRISTOP's board to uncover that well. Gets Tetris ready, gets it 408. Suki Sue says, "Am I only one think commentator voice sound like Donald Trump?" Probably. Now what is happening in chat? We've got more mods than ever, and now I'm being called Donald Trump. We got people bringing up Hawk Tua girl. What is happening? This is not Twitter, guys. This is CTM on YouTube. 438 TRISTOP, 425 for Peak. All right, TRISTOP with the spin of that J. All right, Spin City down the right side for TRISTOP. He's going to get another Tetris 511. Starting to pull away a bit from Peak as we approach the level 19 transition. $467 transition for Peak. Gets that spin. Critical spin there. Oh, and squares are just messing with Peak's board right now. The middle of his board is going to mess him up entirely. Peak has topped out, and TRISTOP will be advancing to the finals. So TRISTOP, you are good. And Peak, you're also good, but you also are not going to win this tournament this month. Hope to see you again. Congrats on getting this far. You did make it into the prize pool, so you have won money in a DAS tournament. But do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Real Bland with the tier 1 sub, 9 months. Thank you so much, Bland. Also, Fargons with the 17 months. Prime sub, thank you. We'll watch TRISTOP play this one out because I guess we watch people play things out. But some of you are going to see ads. Since this kind of doesn't matter. Real Bland says, don't worry, Vandy. I don't think you sound like Donald Trump. All right. They're going to see advertisements on Twitch. And Neto says, you're premium YouTube, so no ads for you. Yep. Me too. YouTube Premium is like probably the best kind of streaming thing, even though it's not really streaming, but I just hate those. I watch so much YouTube. It's so bad. I just don't want to sit there and watch ads all day. All right, so TRISTOP 802 through 200. Max out still on the table. And no longer on the table. So, TRISTOP, thank you so much for the Mullen. Appreciate that. We're going to give our players a moment here to do what they got to do. Is that where the 0 is? There it is. So players, take a moment. Oh, I can't run any more ads? Oh, man. I just want to run ads the entire time. All right, what a tournament. Nobody has tournaments like us. We have the most beautiful tournaments that you've ever seen. See, that doesn't sound like Trump. All right, we'll be back in a moment. Whose music is CTM using these days? Still Flex style. Skibbity Balls says the ads on Twitch are ridiculous. There's 5 of them and they all last 50 seconds. Well, subscribe. How about that? Yeah, just use one of those browser extensions so that we don't make any money. There you go. Thank you. Or you could support the channel. That is another option. Just saying. Now, why? It is September. September. Yeah, that's right. Ivan says it is September. You know. By the way, you're an alt account to someone. Well, I guess that. Because you're too new, but too familiar, right? So anybody who's like a new name that's way too familiar, you know it's an alt. All right, players, when you are ready, get to the menu, and that way I will know that you are ready for your pieces. All right, both players are on the menu. We'll give them the pieces. Now, unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be able to interview after this match. So I don't know if I can raid the winner if you win. If you want to keep playing or whatever. So we'll hash that out when we get there. Oh, wow. That's a fun stream. All right, there's some fun streams out there right now. Streaming on the wrong Tetris. Someone tell Matt Martin he's streaming on the wrong Tetris. All right, a million mods. Anyone pin the seed? 06968C. I guess I'll do it. How many more do I have to do? All right, looks like we are ready. Let's check our seeds. 06968C, 06968C. It is the finals of the Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters Tournament. And, you know, this tournament was established to celebrate and to give a platform for these underappreciated players who never get any airtime because they are DAS players. And here we've got in the finals Dog and TRISTOP. So, DAS Masters coming in strong. Let's get him started. Dog and TRISTOP in the finals. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. K9 watching Tetris with the 3, 2, 1 countdown bit says, go, dog, go. I mean, you know, when I established this tournament, I had in mind people like Sharky, Matt Martin, NGC Man, players like that. And then, you know, bringing forth maybe players I was a little less familiar with, players now like Gio and a few others who have emerged. Players who play, you know, DAS and they just don't have a regular competitive venue. But as it turns out, the best overall players also seem to be the best overall players. So Dog and TRISTOP in the finals. This could very easily be a Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event finals, and maybe it actually has been. It's possible it has been. And yeah, Alex H hitting the nail on the head there. Says, I like this because you can't say, oh, they're only the best because they roll. This is proof that they are best all around. Yeah, Alex, I mean, listen, there's still a lot of, you know, variance that happens. And of course, Sharky and Matt and Gio and NGC Man and all those players, they will have their time. And I'm sure they will each, if this tournament continues, they will each have their day in the sun in these DAS tournaments. Not just here, but also the other events that are popping up. There's now, someone started a DAS Champions League and so forth. But what we're finding is that, you know, these top tier roller players are finding their way into the top echelons of the DAS world as well. So just Tetris skill. it means a lot. And it also seems to indicate that if some of these DAS players who are the best DAS only players could learn rolling, that they might be able to reach similar heights as well. I think that is implied by what we're seeing here. 222 for TRISTOP as we get underway. 243 for Dog. But we're learning a lot. And I like this tournament a lot. And, you know, we're just, you know, it's the 31st of August. We're getting ready to start September, which is the third of our preliminary trial tournaments here for CTM, DAS Masters. It will certainly continue. So if you were wondering whether this will continue, we are going to continue. There will be some changes in accordance with other overall changes we're making to CTM, but DAS Masters will continue, which I think is good news. $367 for TRISTOP, $381 for Dog. Now, this month I haven't announced it yet, but I probably should announce it so you have time to withdraw if it affects you. But we are going to have to run the... See, we have 4 tiers, basically. We added we started with just 1 tournament. We added 3 tiers. Dog with that long bar in the middle, a little pesky here, is going to have to work his way around that. Nice flat burn there. A skim and a Tetris, bringing that stack down for Dog. 409 for him, 415 for TRISTOP. Both are going to Tetris. We started our first month with just the 1 tournament. We expanded down to 4. We're going to keep the 4, but this month, this actual September tournament that is going to be starting tomorrow, we are going to have to run those bottom 2 DAS tiers, kind of like the community tournament, so they are going to have to be scheduled between players and a community restreamer, just because we're a little taxed on... we're a little taxed with our scheduling and super streamer teams and resources and whatnot. So if you are in those bottom 2 tiers, you will, if you're going to play, you're going to have to do it kind of like community, but we will do wrap-ups for the semis. So the early rounds restreamed. The semis and finals will do a traditional wrap-up stream similar to this one. If we can do it. If not, if scheduling doesn't allow it, then we won't, but we're going to aim for that. 558 TRISTOP, 511 for Dog. Is this the first month where there are 4 brackets? Yes. Aaron Leach says, thank you for putting on the tournaments. I'm a frequent lurker. Keep it up. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate your watching. 557 Dog. Just a line away. TRISTOP is now in to 19 at 583. And a Tetris here for Dog would be close to that, but not quite. 581 for him into 19. So it's pretty darn close as we enter 19. Now, I don't know if we're going to do a full DAS community tier. I think it's kind of redundant, given that the community tier is largely competitive, even though there's a mixture of DAS and tap and beginning rollers and all that. So I think just the 4 tiers for a top 64. That way we can do a meaningful Mega Masters. And Dog's left side needed to quick tap that over, and did. And gets a long bar over for the Tetris. That right side for TRISTOP, that is a mess. What can he do? He's going to have to maybe quick tap it over if he even gets a bar, and he will not get the bar. And TRISTOP is going to top out, and Dog is good in game number 1. Ivan, thanks for the resub, by the way. Tier 1 says yo-yo. Well, yo-yo to you as well. Andres NYC, thanks for the follow. And if you want to go see someone grind Mike Tyson's Punch Out every once in a while, go to Andres NYC. Skibbity Ball 69 with the follow. Thank you, Skibbity. All right, to get these players some pieces. A6 5D59. Wait, who's on comms that they know that? Van Dweller, or you see me as Vandy Pants? This is my tournament. This is my channel. All right, new pieces A6 5D59. A6 5D59. Thanks for the pin, El Peltum. El Peltum trying to look good. Looks like we had more people contribute. Oh my word, what the heck? The Das, this was supposed to be a capped. This was supposed to be capped. The prize pool, and I forgot to cap it, and now people are going nuts. Let me just make sure to thank whoever did that. So just bear with me. But we just had a big contribution to that prize pool. Who was that? That was K9 watching Tetris. K9, you got to stop. 321.70 to get us up to 132169. Thank you so much, K9. But that's it. That's enough. I don't want the problems. I don't want the problems. If we have to make some crazy decision, I'm scared. But that's all right. We're at the end. A65D59. Both players are ready. Dog up 1-0. Let's go. 3-2-1 Tetris. No, K9 is not a dog alt. K9 is a watcher of Tetris, not a player of Tetris. But you know what? I can't tell K9 what to do. He prefers doing things his own way. So the prize pool is up to $1,321.69. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. That was a dirty, dirty Tetris for TRISTOP, his first one of the game. Here's another one, 53,000 for TRISTOP, 41 for Dog. Yeah, this prize pool was supposed to be frozen at like 750, and I forgot to turn it off. I'm gonna turn it off now. That is enough. All right, I'll leave it open. The reason I capped the prize pool is because, again, this is an experimental tournament. Previous DAS tournaments have been plagued by controversy. And while I wanted some prize pool, I did not want a huge prize pool such that some weird, judgment call or just, unilateral controversial decision I had to make would decide something with, hundreds or thousands of dollars, kind of hinging on it. And I didn't want that situation for what are really just trial tournaments. But I do appreciate the support of this tournament. People seem to really be coming out for this DAS tournament. I think it's something we've needed for a long time. And I just kind of decided, well, let's just do it. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't even know all the rules, but let's just announce it, start it, and figure it out later, which is kind of how I do things. 223 TRISTOP, 165 for Dog. He's going to Tetris 188. Tetris TRISTOP 251, Dog 190. Dog's own brother won this tournament last month. TRISTOP coming off of two big wins in regional tournaments, Montreal and Philadelphia. as well as a top 4 finish in the Classic Tetris World Championship. Has a DAS 1.3. One of the few people to have one. Now looking to add a major, I guess this is kind of a major tournament victory. Unable to get that S-spin. I mean, it's major to me. It'll be major in my heart. But I guess so far, at least right now, the highest profile online DAS tournament. So, yeah, I think it would feel good to win this one for TRISTOP. I think also Dog would love to win and just say, hey, I'm a master of many styles. You think, oh, I'm just rolling. I'm a tapper, I'm a roller. No, I'm a great Tetris player, as if that was ever in doubt. 355 for Dog, 335 for TRISTOP. A good chunk of these kids here, now a lot of them, they started out as literal children, and now they're all kind of on their way to college and stuff like that. And if this could be a good part-time job instead of some other goofy part-time job, then I'm all in favor of it. Thank you, Dano222, for the 2222 Canadian on YouTube. Very generous. $418 for Dog, $415 for TRISTOP. All right, Dog trying to uncover all that stuff on the right side. We're just about 10 lines away from the 19 transition. Big Pile Guam says, most of us started as children. I mean, in the competitive online classic Tetris scene, Then again, there is a value to having a part-time job as a teenager. I had them starting from when I was 14. I think it was valuable. Tetris for TRISTOP after he transitions into 19. He's at 491. Dog will have the better transition score. And Dog is in. He's in about 490 some odd. Vandy coming out as pro-child labor. Yeah, I am. That's it. I mean, I worked in a library, so it wasn't, it's not like I was making automobile parts or something. It was also voluntary. So I'm in favor of voluntary child labor. Dog with an early shift here, 558. 653 TRISTOP. The Dog trying to figure out how to get out of this. Okay, gets that L to the left. Nice double here. A little dependent on that right side. Oh, that's going to burn away with a double. I like it. He likes it. He's going to take that safety triple down the right side. Now remember, level 29 is in effect the DAS kill screen. One row off the bottom Tetris, Dog 605. TRISTOP still burning a little bit here, but now he's clean and Tetris ready. Maybe give Dog a little bit of an opportunity to try to get... Oh, snaps that S in. Nice. All right, another safety triple for Dog 623. He's back by about 78,000 points. TRISTOP's board not quite ready. He's got 3 rows of garbage on top of the well. And Dog is clean. One piece away from getting set up. He is set up, but TRISTOP is going to get one. 741. K9 watching Tetris with another chunk into the prize pool. Thank you so much, K9, but you must stop. Gets us up to almost 1,500. TRISTOP. Oh no, that long bar's not going to get over, and he's going to top out at 744. The chase down is 745 for Dog. Is this best of 7? No, it is best of 5. It is best of 5. I got to poll the players and find out if they want best of 7 for September. We're going to keep this one this way. I'm sure TRISTOP right now would vote yes for this match, but it doesn't go like that. $738 for Dog, $744 for TRISTOP. So $745 is the target. And just one more line clear should do it. And that is it. Dog is going to take game number 2. And I don't know. I think those nerves. I think the nerves are a little bit. I don't know. I very rarely see Dog like tense up and then take a big exhale in a match. He's usually so cool. You know, he's usually so very cool. Doesn't, you know, he seems like he's zen like the entire time. This one, I feel like there was a little bit of nerves, a little bit of tension. The nerves are a factor for the veterans in the finals. TRISTOP says, why does 29 look like 39? And Dog says, nah, for real. All right, let's get these players some pieces. Oh, let me give Dog the score, the point. New pieces are going to be D37967. D37967. Someone's cooking ground beef with onions. Or some kind of onion powder. I hope it's Sue. That would be weird. Who would it be? The cats? The tortoise? I saw a video on, I don't know, I was just like, just mindlessly scrolling on Twitter. I saw a video of someone putting one of those like little tech deck skateboards under a tortoise. And the tortoise was loving it. They were like zipping around the room. So I bought one of those for our tortoise, and it seemed more like an imposition. They were able to get around, but it wasn't fun. I got to figure out how to make it fun. All right, D37967. Both players are ready. Dog is up 2-0 over TRISTOP. So TRISTOP needs to win this one to stay in. Let's get him started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. TRISTOP with the pushing down. Now, when I push down, it's usually because I've made some mistakes here and I feel like I'm like overthinking. And by pushing down, I give myself less time to, you know, make, quote, creative decisions here, right? So I don't know, you know, how or why other people do it, but for me, that's why I do it. Just give myself less opportunity to overthink. And, you know, that's when you're playing with your subconscious, you know, I think you're better, and or at least someone or some people can be better. You're just kind of accessing your, like, what is deep in your subconscious, as opposed to, oh, well, now I can get away with this, I can get away with that. Try to think like 7 moves ahead and, you know, top out on the second of those 7 moves, right? 161 TRISTOP, 139 for Dog. That's why I do it. Pissars says, I feel like I lose DAS easier if I don't push down. I don't even realize I'm doing it now. Stolen Short Sword says, you have a tortoise? Yeah, it's Sue's tortoise, but, you know, I enjoy the tortoise. Sometimes. All right, Dog here. A little bit of a messy stack. He's chopping it down. It's that square to the left. That's a good way to handle it. Long bar over dirty Tetris for Dog, 193. And TRISTOP high on the board. I'm not sure he can survive. The answer is he cannot. So it's a chase down here for Dog. 240 is the target. One Tetris would do it. So Dog has all the time in the world to get this done. Needs to get to 240. Sodium Overdose says, why the freak is Dog the DAS champion? I think Dog trolling TRISTOP a little bit here, just singling, literally singling the entire way. Oh no, he took a double. What the heck? The Dog just 2 singles away. There's one, actually maybe 3 singles. There's another. Oh, he's going to try to push down point him? Is that what he's going to try to do? It's not possible now. Not possible. And there it is. All right, Dog is your winner. Dog will sweep out TRISTOP in a sweep in kind of an anticlimactic finals. So GG's to Dog, who has won Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters. I don't know. Dog came in at the number 4 seed. I would not have predicted that Dog would be the winner. Unfortunately, I can't do an interview because I have something immediately after this. So I was kind of doing this on a tight window, so I can't do an interview. Dog, do you want to raid? Do you want me to raid your main channel or raid your own channel and you can talk about whatever? Yeah, all right. You want raid on this channel, right? On SMB1? Yeah, SMB1. Okay. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. What an amazing tournament. I have so much fun this entire month. I'm sorry I can't do an interview, but Dog will take your questions maybe before doing a CTM qual. So thanks to everybody. You get the role. You'll get the Master of DAS role. And I don't know. We got to decide if that's a rotating role. So we'll see. But thank you all so much. Thanks to everybody who helped make this tournament possible. Thanks to everybody who contributed to the prize pool. Kind of insane. 500 from Scott Gray, and then from K9, 321, 178, and 111. Also thanks to Madelsberger for the 164, Xrez for the 9577, Occupy Starbucks for the 33, Tom J 2778, Madelsberger another 1034, Maxime Dufresne I think it was with the 10, Uncle Ungie 10, Tom J 940, Derek $5, It's Joy here $5. Omen Var with the $5. Also want to thank everybody who contributed bits and subs and super chats and super stickers during the stream. And Tuesday is the time. Tuesday is when we finish August regular Masters. Okay? It's September 3rd. I know it's annoying, or 2nd or whatever it is. But we're doing it Tuesday. And that's going to be a banger. It's going to be Scooty, Alex T, Dangler, and Sidnev. It's going to be wild. Thanks, everybody. We're going to raid Dog right now. We're raiding his alt. He's going to do his CTM qualifier right now for you. I got to go ask him your questions there. And everybody have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for gigantfying an emote, K9. All right, thanks, YouTube. You guys are great. Appreciate it. I wish I could raid you somewhere, but YouTube doesn't